This hearing is being recorded in accordance with state law. We are now on the record in the case of Leo Kono. State hearing number is 1052-96086. This hearing is taking place over the telephone with Los Angeles County. Today's date is June 2nd, 2026, and the time now is 2:07 p.m. My name is Richard Navarro. I am the Administrative Law Judge appointed by the California Department of Social Services to conduct an independent, impartial, fair hearing for the parties. I work for the state and not for the county. Present today are the following people. We'll start off with the claimant. Mr. Kono, please state your full name for the record.
Leo Kono.
Thank you. And the county representative, please state your full name for the record.
Megan Gallegos.
Thank you. Mr. Kono, I have your address as 1055 North Vignes. Is that Vignes Street, Los Angeles, yes, California, 90012. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is that your mailing address?
Yes.
Okay, very well. All right. Then we go over the hearing procedures. I will be taking the oath or swearing in of the parties, but we'll get to that in just a couple of minutes. I will be marking, identifying, and receiving into evidence documents currently in the case file. Parties should understand, however, if they wish to submit additional evidence, either during or after the hearing, which I consider relevant, you will be permitted to submit such evidence for inclusion into the administrative record. I will clarify with the parties as to what issues will be addressed in this hearing and my written decision. I will take the testimony of the parties and I will have the county present their evidence first as to each issue. Once the county has completed its presentation, the claimant will be able to ask any questions and provide evidence and testimony on his behalf. And the county representative will be able to ask questions of the claimant, and I may ask questions of the parties throughout the hearing. Assuming that I've obtained all the testimony and evidence I need, I will close the record and conclude the hearing and write the decision in this case. The decision will be mailed to both parties. It will have a cover page which will have an explanation of the parties' appeal rights. If either party is dissatisfied with the decision and wishes to appeal, please read the information carefully in the cover sheet. There are specific instructions and deadlines that must be followed for the appeal to be considered. Do either of you have any questions regarding it? Okay. During the course of the hearing, Mr. Cohen, I'm going to ask you to mute yourself unless you're asking any questions, because I still hear a lot of background noise.
Well, let me just say this. There are people going by, and, there's a lot of, black people going on that are part of, a black gang, from Las Vegas or whatever.
Well, hold on. Okay, I understand. No, I understand that, but do you have a...
From SolarWinds and using CIA directly software and Obama SafeLink and Assurance wireless phone, and they are reloading into my phone, and they're starting all kinds of applications while I'm on the phone with you. So hold on a second, and I'll put my Do Not Disturb on.
No, I just want you to get rid of the background noise. Does your phone have a mute feature on it where you can mute yourself and then unmute yourself when you're asked questions? Do you have a mute option, Mr. Kono? Mr. Kono, are you there?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I just put on Do Not Disturb, and I took off the internet and Wi-Fi and mobile, and hopefully, these black people will not be using CIA Direct Link software or SolarWinds to remote into my phone and start applications when I'm on the phone with you, which is invasion. It's trespassing an electronic network.
Sir, you're not making
denial of service attack, which is a federal crime.
You're not making any sense to me. I don't know what. No, I do not. I don't know whether it makes no difference. It makes no difference to me if it's black people or not. You're making no sense. All I'm asking you, all I'm asking you is, do you have a mute? Do you have a mute button on your phone?
I just put on the not disturb, so let's continue. And when people go by with motorcycles, that's also deliberate and intentional.
Okay. All right. So once again, does anybody have any questions regarding the hearing procedures? Okay. All right. I'm going to swear you both in. So the two of you, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, under penalty of perjury, that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Kono?
I am Leo Kono. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
All right, thank you. Let me now mark the documents with exhibit numbers, and I'll begin with the county statement of position. That will be marked County Exhibit Number 1, and the claimant's hearing request is marked Claimant Exhibit Letter A. And for your benefit, Ms. Gallegos, I asked Mr. Kono if he received the statement of position. He indicated that he did receive it. Is that correct, Mr. Kono?
Yes, I did receive it.
Okay, good. All right. So you see that the issue that the county is indicating is that there is no issue, that the county has reinstated your CalFresh benefits effective May 6, 2026.
I am in opposition and objection to that statement.
No, I understand. I'm just stating what the issue is according to the county. They're saying there's no jurisdiction because there's no adverse action against you because benefits were reinstated. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me check something real quickly. Okay. Now, I see that in your request for hearing, you're asking for an additional $100 in CalFresh benefits. Is that correct?
That is correct. And also I have like $10,000 worth of expenses that are listed on the SAR 7.
Okay, hold on. So let me have the county, as I indicated during my reading of the procedures, I'm going to have Ms. Gallegos go first regarding what the county stance is on whether you're owed any benefits. Go right ahead, Ms. Gallegos.
Thank you. The claimant most recently applied for CalFresh on 11/20/2019 and is currently assigned a semi-annual reporting cycle 5, and the household consists of the claimant only. The claimant's SAR 7 was due in the month of 4/2026. Journal notes dated 5/1/2026 document the county contacted the claimant to attempt to complete the SAR 7 over the phone. There was no answer, but the claimant was left a voicemail on how to submit the report. Journal notes dated 5/6/2026 document the SAR 7 was completed and prorated benefits were issued. On 5/6/2026, the claimant was notified that the household's CalFresh benefits have been reinstated effective 5/6/2026. You will get $249 for the period of May, and beginning June 2026, you will receive $298 monthly. On 5/6/2026, the claimant filed an appeal regarding the CalFresh benefit allotment and is requesting an additional $100 be added to their CalFresh benefit allotment. Journal notes dated 5/8/2026 document the claimant was issued supplemental benefits for the month of May for the period of 5/1/2026 through 5/5/2026 in the amount of $49. For the month of May 2026, the claimant received the maximum allotment of $298 for a household of 1. The pre-hearing interview was completed with the claimant where the county explained that he was receiving the maximum benefit allotment of $298, and the claimant stated he was previously receiving over $500. Per review of the issuance history, the claimant received the maximum CalFresh allotment dollars for a household of 1. Los Angeles County respectfully requested dismissal since the claimant is currently receiving the maximum CalFresh benefit allotment. And this concludes the county's position, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Now, let's see, Mr. Kono, the one thing that stuck out in this county statement is that you were previously receiving $500 in CalFresh benefits?
May I interrogate Megan?
Well, you can ask relevant questions.
Okay. The question that I have is, does she know about classes of recipient, which is WIC 22-003?
Okay.
Does she know what WIC
Well, you tell.
22-003 is, yes or no?
Well, you tell me first what that is, and I'll tell you whether.
It's classes of recipients.
I'll tell you whether.
It's wisdom of the administrative law judge, and it is computation errors. Do you know about 22-003, yes or no?
No, enlighten me.
Okay, the whole issue here is that you do not understand classes of recipients. Because I am not mentally ill, and I am a victim of domestic violence, and I am indigent, destitute, and homeless. So the maximum allotments is a lot higher than that, because I am a different class of recipient.
Okay, and what class are you?
I am domestic violence, indigent, destitute, homeless.
Okay,
I have zero money.
Okay,
because I'm a crime victim.
Okay, go ahead and cite for me that regulation once more, so I can, when I issue the decision.
Welfare and Institutions Code WIC 22-003, and also WIC 17,17000 and WIC 17109, and the California Constitution Section 2B, Section 3, Section 25, and Section 28 of the California Constitution, and more specifically, Welfare and Institutions Code 22-003, classes of recipients.
Okay, I'll take a look at those before I issue a decision now. Regarding, did you previously receive $500 in benefits, monthly benefits from CalFresh?
I'm not sure of the exact amount, but I know it was higher, and I was receiving it at the Garden Grove office because I was living at 7400 Center Avenue, apartment 47700 Beach, California, and I was taking the 710 express bus from Huntington Beach to City National Bank on 555 South Flower Street. And I went to the BPSS office in Garden Grove, and I found out that they had been committing embezzlement of my CalFresh money since 2017, embezzlement, and it's continuing to list. They're still committing embezzlement to this day. And I was unlawfully terminated from City National Bank and unlawfully evicted by the Orange County Sheriff. I was paying $2,600 a month in rent to Avalon Huntington Beach. And I was working as assistant vice president at City National Bank. And
so back.
The amount was $500, but it was definitely higher than $298.
Okay, how long ago was that?
2017.
Okay, well we're in 2026 now. Okay, are you saying that you're still entitled to, according to you, $500 a month?
No, I'm saying that you're changing the subject. You know.
No. The subject is. I want to know when you receive.
This is not what my topic of position is. I'm requesting about classes of recipients, and you're trying to change the subject to Garden Grove. So let's stick.
No. You're saying you got. Okay. Correct.
Because the maximum allotment has not been reached.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that you received $500 previously in CalFresh because you were in a class of recipients that includes domestic violence recipients.
No. At that time, I was working as assistant vice president. At this time, 2026, I am indigent, destitute, and homeless. And according to Welfare and Institutions Code 22-003, I am of a different class of recipient other than normal. Okay. I'm indigent with zero money. And the California Constitution, Section 2B, 3, 25, and 28 protects me as a homeless, indigent, destitute crime victim.
Okay, I'll look at those regulations. Ms. Gallego, so do we have a budget in here for the benefits that he's receiving, the $298 maximum amount?
It would be attachment number 5, Your Honor, and I also included the last 6 months of the issuance history, which is attachment number 4.
Okay, I'll take a look at that. So attachment 5, okay. And so, let's see. He has no gross income, correct? or does he? Or he gets general relief of $221 for the budget.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you receiving $221 per month, Mr. Kono, in general relief?
What did you say the amount is?
$221 from general relief.
That money is not even enough to cover replacing my clothing, because I'm a victim of domestic violence.
No, I
understand.
understand.
Defendants are deliberately and intentionally contaminating me with Seizure, germane, bubonic plague, the measles.
No, I understand that.
Syphilis, is not even enough to replace my clothing.
Sir, I'm just asking you if you're receiving general assistance at $221. Yes. Okay, good. All right.
But it's not income. It's not even covering expenses.
Right. No, I understand. Ms. Gallego, so why don't you go through the budgeting? So the county has under attachment 5 that his income, unearned income, is $221 from general relief. Go on with the budget.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
And the county is also, even with that unearned income, the claimant is eligible for the maximum allotment of the $298.
Okay. All right. So well, hold on. Okay, yeah, you can. Let me just say this. So basically, Mr. Kono, the county is providing you the maximum benefit for a household of one person in CalFresh, $298. But you're saying because of your class, you're entitled to $500 per month. Go ahead. You can ask the question.
That is not what I'm saying.
You're not saying okay. What are you entitled to per month? And not that you were saying you're entitled.
May you please allow me 2 minutes to speak?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. The question that I have is about classes of recipients. I am receiving $221. The $500 in 2017 is an approximate, and it doesn't really apply because that was 2017. I was assistant vice president. I wasn't indigent, destitute, and homeless with zero money. I'm a crime victim of domestic violence, and there's classes of recipients. So when you say that the maximum is $298 for CalFresh and $221 for general relief, when you say that that is the maximum, I am asking, if we were to go through the general ledger of the DPSS in Los Angeles County, would you be able to confirm that 298 is the maximum for CalFresh and 221 is the maximum from general relief for all classes of recipients? Because if I conduct forensic accounting, because I'm in Court of Appeals, District of Columbia Circuit, and very soon I'm going to be serving subpoenas and injunctions, and I will request the general ledger. So if I go through the general ledger with forensic accounting, are you going to tell me that all the recipients in DPSS are receiving the maximum of $298 in CalFresh and the maximum of $221 in general relief? Or are you applying the fact of classes of recipients?
No, I'm not.
And when you say that 298 is the maximum for CalFresh, is that applying to classes of recipients for everybody?
No, only those recipients that are eligible.
That I'm indigent, destitute, and homeless with zero money. I'm a different class of recipient.
I understand.
So,
okay.
A question for Ms. Megan, not for you, because you're the ALJ. So a question for Ms. Megan is, are you taking into account the classes of recipients, and are you classifying me as a crime victim, homeless, indigent, and destitute, and receiving $298? And if that's the case, if I go through the general ledger with forensic accounting, would you be able to prove that that is the maximum, or are there people that are receiving higher amounts than me?
For a household of one, the maximum that you can receive is $298.
Okay. May I serve you a subpoena and injunction to prove that?
Well, just let me give you the reference where you can look that up, Mr. Kono. If you look at it, you write this down so you can look on the internet. All county information notice number 1-46-25 indicates that the maximum amount of CalFresh benefits for a household of one, which is you're a household of one in your CalFresh household. It's $298. So again, that's
is all. Is that for everybody, or is that also people who are indigent?
Well, it's for anyone who applies for CalFresh benefits.
Okay.
You know, and once again, then just let me say this, CalFresh is based on.
I'm a different class of recipient.
Yeah, I'll look at those regulations you cited and look to see how those apply.
22-003 Welfare Institutions Code. Wait, 22-003. Look it up. Also, the California Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up.
I will. All right. Okay, hold on.
You're blatantly breaking the law of You're blatantly breaking the law of Welfare Institutions Code, and you're blatantly breaking the law of the California Constitution, and you're blatantly breaking the law.
Sir, when you're saying sir, I don't work for the county. I'm a state judge. Okay, so you're saying you're blatantly.
You have qualifications because according to 22-003, wisdom and qualifications of the administrative law judge. Did you graduate from a university with a master's degree in law? Can you prove that you don't have a criminal background record for the Department of Homeland Security I-9 form and background check your fingerprinting? Do you have a criminal background record? Do you meet the qualifications?
Of course I do. And I have no criminal background. So, all right, we're done here. Okay, we've done. Sir, of course I do. Of course I do.
Do you have an American Bar Association state bar certificate?
I have all that, sir.
Okay. May I serve Megan, not you, because I'm not really interested in prosecuting the administrative law judge, but according to the statement that the county made, and I am a petitioner and appellant in the Court of Appeals in the District of Columbia Circuit. So I would like this conversation, I would like this hearing in audio recording because I'm going to present it to the Court of Appeals in the D.C. Circuit.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm going to request
that
the deposition is granted in the United States Tax Court, which will give me the right to serve Megan a deposition subpoena and motion for injunction relief. So I'll be able to serve her an order of injunction and deposition subpoena for forensic accounting of the general ledger.
Yeah, what you want to do.
Okay. $298 is the maximum.
Okay.
Because I'm willing to bet that there are people that are receiving more than $298, and she's not taking into account the classes of recipients.
Okay. Well, that's
I'm a different class of recipient, and according to the California Constitution and Welfare Institutions Code, I should get a lot more than that.
Okay. Well, once again, okay, sir, sir, okay, you're repeating yourself. Okay, I know you're a different class of recipient. I am understanding. I'll issue. We've gone over the budgeting. Okay. Okay, sir, we're done. We're done. What I want you to do, Miss Megan Gallegos, is there anything else, Miss Gallegos, from the county?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, Mr. Kono, I'm going to ask you this very nicely. I want you to give me a 2-minute, no more than 2 minutes, final statement. Okay? And I'm going to.
The final statement is that Megan has ignored the SAR 7. I listed all my expenses, adjustments, and deductions, and the fact that I am indigent with zero money, different classes of recipients, and she has no qualifications, and she has ignored my SAR 7 list of expenses, completely ignored that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do your expenses include rent? Do you pay rent?
Well, I was getting unemployment insurance back in 2021 or 2022. I was getting unemployment insurance, and I was using all of that money to pay for a hotel, which I'm
talking
of my SAR 7 expenses.
Well, currently, do you pay rent currently?
My family members are part of the Italian mafia and Brazilian mafia and the Irish Republican Army.
They're
stealing my unemployment insurance. They're stealing my disability, my state, my paid family leave, my SDI. They're stealing my TANF SSI. They're stealing my 30 years that I worked for Nasdaq Life Savings. They're stealing my whistleblower checks with bank robbery. I have a list of 23 financial crimes. They stole my TD Ameritrade investment account. They're stealing all my money.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you got 20 seconds left on your statement. Anything else?
Anything else is that I'm asking Megan to review my SAR 7 expenses because she's saying that I did not include additional expenses, but I did with the SAR 7 list of expenses, and she is not taking into account the classes of recipients.
Okay. No. Okay. Okay. We've gone over that. Okay. We've gone over.
I'm a crime victim.
We've gone over this. My question to you was, do you pay rent?
I was paying.
No, currently, do you currently pay rent?
No, but I was paying rent in 2017
or
2016.
What about now?
What
about now?
I don't pay rent because
Okay, that's all I need to know.
However, because of the Whistleblower Protection Act, are you familiar with the Federal Witness?
Okay, you know what? We're dealing only with the CalFresh, sir.
So I am getting protective services from the United States federal government, and they're paying for my protective services.
Okay.
I'm not staying in a hotel, but because of the Whistleblower Protection Act,
Mr. Kono, Mr. Kono.
Witness protection program, I'm receiving
all right,
protection from the federal government.
Your 2 minutes are up. Okay, so I'll look at all the information. I'll look at the regulations that you provided, Mr. Kono. Make a determination if the county correctly is paying $298 per month, and with that, you can contact.
Go to acms.dss.ca.gov and make sure you include this audio recording because I'm gonna put it online. And I'm going to show it to the Court of Appeals.
Okay, yes, of course.
The District of Columbia Circuit.
Okay.
Because I'm going to serve you, and Megan, I'm going to serve you deposition, subpoena, and injunction to review your general ledger.
Okay, thank you. Okay, with that, we're done. I'm going to close the record. The time now is 2:33 p.m. Thank you both very much for your participation.
Likewise, thank you.
You both have a good day. Thank you, Ms. Gallegos.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.